The crypto market just got rocked. Almost $2 billion in leveraged longs vanished overnight. Altcoins are bleeding, and now rumors are spreading of a massive Bitcoin announcement tomorrow. Add Jerome Powell's speech and a flood of U.S. economic data this week. Well, family, this is shaping up to be one of the most important weeks of the year for Bitcoin. Strap in, because if you think volatility is over, well, you haven't seen anything yet. What's up, family? It's Coach Masi, and you're locked in to the Daily Hodl. This is your one-stop shop for Bitcoin and financial news. So, let's talk what happened overnight. The crypto market saw a brutal flush. Nearly $2 billion in leveraged longs were liquidated in a matter of hours. If you're new to this, a long is when traders borrow capital to bet the price of Bitcoin or altcoins will rise. But with leverage, even a 1 to 2% move against what you have in could wipe you out completely. And some people do 100x leverage. That's crazy. Here's why it matters. Altcoins collapsed harder than Bitcoin, with many falling in double-digit percentages. You see, Bitcoin held stronger, showing once again that it is the backbone of the market. Leverage is a double-edged sword. It creates artificial demand when times are good, but it also triggers cascades of liquidations when price turns. And that's what happened today. This is exactly why serious Bitcoiners preach risk management, like myself. Leverage makes headlines when people lose billions, but it never beats simply stacking sats consistently, DCAing. Flushes like this actually strengthen Bitcoin, though. They shake out weak hands and reckless traders, setting up the next base for long-term growth. When you see 2 billion disappear overnight, remember, that's not Bitcoin breaking. That's the casino side of the crypto blowing up. You see, Bitcoin remains untouchable. Right now, social media is on fire with whispers of major Bitcoin announcement coming tomorrow, too. Maybe you read Porter on X or other people, Bitcoin Magazine, and so on. So what are people speculating? Well, ETF inflows could hit a new milestone, signaling Wall Street's growing hunger for Bitcoin. Something from the White House is going to be announced, it seems like. A corporate adoption play, a reserve, something for the Clarity Act, maybe Bitcoin on the balance sheet for the United States, or maybe just Bitcoin stepping up in a way that doesn't allow wash trading. So we'll see what the rumors are. And market's perception often moves price faster than reality, so it's going to be interesting tomorrow morning. Traders are already positioning for something big, though. If the announcement is bullish, it could be rocket fuel, and I really hope it is. If it disappoints, well, we could see another wave of selling, and that happens. Either way, the hype itself is already impacting sentiment. Bitcoin thrives on narratives. Whether it's ETFs, corporations, or governments, every rumor adds to the growing global conversation that Bitcoin is no longer ignorable. You see, tomorrow all eyes turn to Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell as well. Why? Because his words still shape markets. Stocks, bonds, currencies, and yes, Bitcoin all react to Powell. Traders want to know, is Powell sticking with the higher for longer interest rate stance, or will he acknowledge signs of really more economic weakness like he did last week? Could he hint at even more easing in 2025? If Powell comes out hawkish, though, expect traditional risk assets to wobble. That can spill into Bitcoin short term. If he leans dovish, hitting a softer stance, Bitcoin could rally as investors flee a weakening dollar into hard assets. I think that might happen. You see, the truth is, Bitcoin doesn't care what Powell says in the long run. But in the short run, the Fed drives volatility and market manipulation is real. And family, volatility is where disciplined investors thrive, like myself. Powell's words could light the fuse under Bitcoin's next big move, and I hope it does. But you need to be ready either way by DCAing in. This week isn't just about Powell. The U.S. is releasing critical data that could shake confidence in the economy. So let's break it down. We still have Wednesday. And on Wednesday, August new home sales plus durable good orders, that report comes out. New home sales reveal consumer demand and housing health. If sales slow, it signals households are stressed, and I think they are. Durable goods orders track business spending. So weak orders mean companies aren't investing in growth. That's not good either. See, weak numbers equal an economy losing steam, I should say. Historically, that boosts Bitcoin's appeal as a hedge against stagnation. And Thursday, we have August existing home sales, plus Q2 2025 GDP announcements. So existing home sales are a broader picture of real estate demand. If sales crater, it shows weakness is spreading. GDP data is the big one. It's the ultimate scorecard of economic growth. If GDP underperforms, expect recession fears to spike, and Bitcoin to look stronger as an exit form of fiat. And then you have Friday, August PCE inflation data. This is the Fed's favorite inflation metric. If inflation runs hot, the Fed might say, well, we're going to be hawkish and markets sell off. If inflation cools, pivot chatter builds, and Bitcoin can rip higher. I still believe we got 2 more rate cuts, or at least 50 basis points total. Each one of these data points is like a domino. Put them together and they tell a story. The US economy is losing balance. And in that instability, Bitcoin's role is hard, programmable, money grows more obvious every single day. So let's zoom out of the week ahead, right? We have 2 billion in leverage that got destroyed last night and today. Rumors of a huge Bitcoin announcement tomorrow. We got Powell's speech could shake global markets. And we got housing, GDP, and inflation data that could paint a better picture of whether the US economy is holding steady or sliding. This is exactly the kind of macro storm that proves why Bitcoin exists. Fiat currencies rely on central banks, political choices, and fragile confidence. Bitcoin, it just runs. Block after block, 24/7. No Jerome Powell, no data revisions, no bailouts, just math and consensus. That's why every shakeout, every rumor, every Fed meeting ends up reminding people that Bitcoin is the strongest asset on earth. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think tomorrow's rumored Bitcoin announcement is the real deal or just hype? And what do you expect from Powell's speech? Drop your thoughts below in the comments. Make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who loves Bitcoin news just as much as you do. Someone that really loves staying ahead on Bitcoin. And remember, this is not financial advice. It's for education and information purposes only. Well, that's your Daily Hodl. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, and as always, lead, pray, hodl. I'll see you in the next one.